Hi, my name is Cole Mungridge. I'm currently a student studying psychology at Cape Breton University. The purpose of these videos is to offer insight and tools for my own personal knowledge and life experience. While some of the content in these videos are based on my learnings academically, this media is not a substitute to recognized learning. Please take what resonates here today and leave what doesn't. That out of the way, today's topic is baby steps do anything. Meaning, if, if you've been on this self love journey, or this self growth, or whatever you want to call it, there's a million different things, for some time now, learning isn't going to do anything. Nothing changes if nothing changes. That's a quote I listened to from a podcast from Theo Vaughn, meaning if you're doing the exact same thing over and over and over and over, not learning the lessons, not admitting your mistakes, not recognizing where you continue to go wrong, and not trying anything different, nothing changes. You can't build a new house using the same bricks. Obviously, it's easy to preach this idea, but what does it mean? We all have these, or some people have these elaborate ideas of what they want to do with their life and what they want to do to impact the world, or to finally feel like they can rest, have peace, or have done enough. Me personally, I want to be a big enough influence that I can help all men, and even people for that matter, feel like they can find their sense of self, their passion, their purpose, and feel like they mean something. Even if their purpose is seemingly minuscule on the grand scheme, they can find effort, passion, purpose, drive, etc., all those fun words, basically fulfillment through their work, their labor, and their craft. Baby steps. Doing anything is what causes the change. You can't do the same stuff and expect different results. So even if you're at the point where you're waking up, you're doing the 6 a.m. cold shower, you're eating your healthy breakfast, you're going to the gym, you're coming home, you're meditating, you're reading your book, you're consuming your podcast, you're having those conversations, you're confronting those demons, being emotionally vulnerable, trying to move on from your past, trying to learn, trying to implement all of it. Nothing changes if nothing changes. I'm preaching from myself there. Everything I just described, that's my day to day life. And look at me. What have I achieved? I graduated from college. I'm about to graduate from university. I consider myself intermediate in strength at the gym. I have a plenty of people that love me. I don't feel like I've done nearly enough. I have a lot of people in my life that think that I'm awesome, great, look up to, etc. But I don't feel like I've done nearly enough. I always feel like this burning passion to do something more because I feel like I'm limiting myself. So there's the philosophical element of it, I guess. Even if you are doing all these steps on paper, doing the right thing, being the gym, blah, 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 everything I just described, but nothing's changing. Something needs to change. So from that is baby steps. Baby steps means doing anything differently just to try to find something new. So for me, I've decided to break out of my comfort zone because I can be pretty stubborn when it comes to my likes, so such as animes like Demon Slayer or video game like Zelda, etc. I kind of got a few niche like things. Well, I've been breaking out of it. When people come up to you and they recommend that you watch a show, try watching the show. I have this philosophy that I believe that life's working for you, not against you. And sometimes, I don't know if you want to use the word divinely, people say the thing that you need to hear because you can't think it. So life will find a way for someone else to deliver that message to you because you can't do it all alone. You need people, you need others. So if someone's like, hey, you should check out this video, or hey, you should check out this media, or hey, you should try this hobby, why not take them up on it? Trying to do anything different. Baby steps. Baby steps can even mean when you wake up in the morning, instead of doing your routine of getting up, doing the first thing, checking your phone, looking for that first thing to get all that adrenaline, norepinephrine running in your body so you feel awake, so you can go down to the gym and you can blah, 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 complete the cycle. Maybe try doing something different. Maybe in your morning, try being a little bit slower. What if you decide to make yourself a tea? When you had the tea, you went for a little walk. And instead of thinking of all your problems and all the ways that you wish things were different, how you could change, what if you watched the birds fly? Snowfall. What if you just observed life for what it was in that moment? Looked for something outside yourself. Because spending all of your time on the inside, looking for things to change on the inside, how can I do better? How blah, 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 blah. This self obsession for self growth. At the end of the day, it's just a coping skill. You're running from something inside you. You're running from the emptiness. You're running from the hollowness. You're hoping that someday, through your efforts and through your labors, that you'll finally mean something, not only to everyone finally, but you'll mean something to yourself. Newsflash. It doesn't matter how far you go. It doesn't matter what you achieve. Finding that contentment, finding that fulfillment, filling your cup, you're going to have to learn to get out of your head. I've spoke about this a few times already, where the brain is neutral. The brain doesn't care what you think, how you feel. Its job is to serve its host. It's completely neutral. You could spend all of your days completely miserable, depressed. Your brain doesn't give a crap. It's just happy it's alive. Well, I won't even use the word happy. It's alive. There's an electrical signal, electrical impulses, all of it going around your brain. As long as that wire's running, we are good. It's fulfilling its purpose. Therefore, you have to find a way to, being a bit outlandish here, but you have to find a way to maybe harness that power, harness the electricity, change the conduit, change the pipes, change what inside your brain the electricity can run down. Because we become what we consume. So if you're consuming all kinds of media, but you're not good enough, you need to do better, here's more skills, well, guess what? You'll be unsatisfied. This is what you're choosing to consume. These self-help podcasts, even videos like this. Ultimately, I could sit here and I could preach all day. I could tell you every single thing I've learned in my life. It's not going to change you. You may feel motivated in the moment. It may resonate. You go, eureka. It may probe a new way of thinking. Ultimately, at the end of the day, it's up to you to do something different with that. I didn't do it. Everything you consume didn't do it. It's what you choose to do with what's given to you. That's what makes the difference. That's what makes strong people. There's tenacity. There's a Human Lab podcast episode, I'll leave it in the description if I remember, about tenacity, willpower, and all this stuff. I don't know the exact brain neurobiology. I just remember it, but it's somewhere in the parietal lobe, I believe, which is the midbrain right here. But you have this little cortex, this little region, it's a little bean, and it has to do with your willpower and tenacity. They know it's to do with this because, to quote from the Human Lab podcast, when this part of the brain is probed, people feel like they're bracing for a storm. And that's the only way they can describe it. They feel like they have the strength to overcome this storm and endure. There's a part of your brain that's designed to do that. Funnily enough, they found through studies, etc., that if you train this part of your brain, meaning you go through with the storm what is uncomfortable truly, this part of your brain region will grow. It won't get stronger, and it can get more dominant. From this, you'll find your willpower and your tenacity, literally, scientifically, and biologically. This mechanism will develop. You will become stronger, more resilient, and able to overcome those walls. With that strength, you can make change. Me personally, I'm considering some pretty major changes in my life. This loneliness that I'm enduring, this experience of really being alone, and I've been feeling a lot of feelings. I've been talking a lot discreetly. Ultimately, this isn't about personal disclosure. This is just about advice and what a step you could take could be. I'm at a fork in the road with myself because I've run through the same cycle in my life with multiple people, and I always end up in the exact same spot, feeling the exact same way. Well, nothing changes if nothing changes. That's what I have to say. So, if anything today, if you can make any baby step, any change, anything different, anything to make you feel like the world is a little bit more colorful and like you can endure, you need to try it. Because if you're dead right miserable where you are, you need to be vulnerable and truthful with yourself. You need to do something different. You can't keep doing the same stuff over and over and over and over and hoping that something will change. You can't keep going back to the same ex-girlfriend. You can't keep going back to your toxic friends. You can't keep going back to your parents. They don't want to parent you. They taught you everything they know. You can't keep going back to the gym hoping that it'll get a little bit stronger. While physical fitness is important, you need to dig deep. You need to do something different, meaningful. Look for something greater than yourself, something you can live in service to. Because ultimately, we're all here to support each other. If you're that selfish that you truly intrinsically only care about yourself, your livelihood, and what's to come, you don't even have the capacity for the generativity to consider how the world will be for your children, or that you have the skills necessary to raise a child effectively. What do you wish to instill in your children? What do you wish for them? Are you going to sit aside, have them come, say, I've sacrificed everything for you. I lost my whole life because of you as a kid, etc. Or are you going to make the tough decision to, okay, I need to be somebody that my child can look up to? You want to be a strong parent? Or do you want to just be like yours? Because obviously, if you're here consuming this kind of stuff, something went wrong. Because I'll tell you, the people that had strong parents, the people that were loved properly, the people that were nourished, they're not here. You're here because you're running from that gut feeling, that sinking feeling, that dread, that darkness. But I'm here to tell you today, you got to confront it. Baby steps. Nothing changes if nothing changes. You have to do something different. With that, I'm going to take off. Take care of yourself. Have a good day.